Hey guys, this is Abhishek from gadgetsreviews.com and today we are going to do the first unboxing of Xiaomi Redmi Note 4G. This device is now available with us and we have just got this device 2 hours back. I have been using this device since 2 hours and I'm pretty happy with the overall performance of this device. I'm going to tell you all my first impression for this device and also going to give you a quick review of this phone after using it for approximately 2 to 3 hours. So here is the package. You can see this is how the package look like. The package remains the same in terms of the look and feel as we have seen on the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3G. So 4G package also looks the same, whereas there are some changes over there at the back side which we can easily notice that this device has full 4G support in India, as it supports FDD LTE and TD LTE. Both these bands are supported, and it does support 3G and 2G as well, which is good. You have Snapdragon MSM 8928 chipset on this device, which is Snapdragon 400, which is the same chipset which you might have seen earlier on the Xiaomi Redmi 1S. We have quad-core 1.6 GHz processor with 2 GB of RAM, which is kind of a change because we had 1 GB of RAM on the Redmi 1S. We have 5.5-inch display, which is a 720p display. It is an IPS panel. 5 megapixel front camera, which is a fixed focus camera. 13 megapixel rear camera, which is an autofocus camera and can also record high definition video. We have got 3100 mAh battery on this device as per the package, and we have Android 4.4 running on this device, which is KitKat, which is good. Again, it will get Lollipop as well as per the information which we have got from Xiaomi. So let me just open this package and show you what we have inside. And the first thing which we get inside the package is the Xiaomi Redmi Note 4G. In terms of the look and feel and the overall form factor, this device is again looking like just the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3G which you might have seen. So in terms of the overall look and feel, there is no difference in between these two devices, but this one supports 4G, whereas the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3G does not support 4G. So again, when we talk about this device is approximately 1000 rupees more in terms of the price as compared to the price of Xiaomi Redmi Note 3G. We will take a look over this device in detail. Let's take a look what we have inside the package. Further going inside the package, we have some user manuals over there. Let me just open it and show it to you. So we have a warranty statement guide, user guide for the Redmi Note 4G, and that's it. We have a charger over there, and it looks like the fast charger. So it is a 2 ampere charger in terms of the output current. I don't know whether you can read that, but it is a 2 ampere fast charger which can charge your Redmi Note 4G much faster, which is good. And then you get a micro USB cable for data syncing and charging, and it is a standard one, a good quality one, I would say. Good. And that's it. There is nothing else in the inside the package. Just like every other Xiaomi device, there are no headphones included with this phone, so you will have to buy them separately. So let me just keep all the package aside for a while and let's take a look over the Xiaomi Redmi Note 4G. Now here we have the Xiaomi Redmi Note 4G, and again in terms of build quality, this device does not feel like a cheap device in any way. It feels like a solid device when you hold it in one hand, although the grip at the back is not that great because of the glossy back cover, which I don't really like. We have a 13 megapixel camera at the back with LED flash, and you can record high definition video. We have the Xiaomi branding over there. We have loudspeaker over there at the back side, which will again get muffled a bit when you place a device like this on a table, which will happen. We do have backlit LED for these touch capacitive buttons which are there at the bottom within the phone body, and then we have the nice metallic earpiece at the top. We do have a 5 megapixel front camera which can take pretty good selfies, and on this side we have the power and sleep key and the volume rocker. Both of these buttons are silver finish plastic buttons and they give decent amount of feedback. And on this side, on this edge, we have nothing, no button, no connectivity. On the top we have a secondary microphone for noise cancellation. We have a 3.5mm audio jack, and at the bottom we can see that we have micro USB port for data syncing and charging, and we have a primary microphone over there. Let me just remove the back cover and show you the phone from the back side. So once we remove the back cover, you can see that we have the battery over there, which is a 3100 mAh battery as per the things which are mentioned on the package. So it is a 3100 mAh battery which we have got within the package. And apart from this, if we take a look over the connectivity for the SIM card, this is a single SIM phone. It will only accept a normal size SIM card which will support 4G as well as 3G both, and we have a micro SD memory card slot to expand the storage. One thing which is a different thing on this device is that the Xiaomi Redmi Note 4G is a single SIM device, whereas the Redmi Note 3G is a dual SIM phone. We also have SAR values mentioned over here once we remove the battery, which is 0.464 watt per kg, which is the maximum SAR value, which is again under the permissible limit, which is this one, 1.6 watt per kg. So it is good. The display is pretty colorful on this device. It is an IPS LCD panel, which does give you pretty good viewing angles. When you take a look over this display from extreme angles, there is no problem viewing this display from extreme angles. From almost any angle it is visible, and there is no visibility problem. As far as weight is concerned, Xiaomi Redmi Note 4G is approximately 186 gram in terms of the weight, or 187 gram to be very precise. Again, this makes it pretty heavy device, but again it is a big display device with a pretty good build quality, so again you can get used to this weight, but definitely it is kind of heavy. Physical dimensions of this phone is again kind of big. It is a pretty wide phone in terms of the width, because it has a 5.5-inch display and bezels are also kind of thick, so it is making this phone a pretty big phone to hold in one hand. One-handed usage of this device is fairly limited because of the big display and slightly thick bezels. Again, this device is heavy, but not that heavy that you cannot use it in day-to-day usage. In terms of thickness, it is approximately 9.5 millimeter, which does make this device not very thick, not very thin as well, and it has rounded edges on the back cover, which again will give you a very nice feel when you hold it in one hand, although the grip may not be that good. Let's take a look of the software UI which we have on this device. It is a custom UI which is running on top of Android. It is MIUI 5.0 as far as the version is concerned. You will also get another version of MIUI, which is MIUI 6, which will be there on this device in 2015 in Q1. In the first 3 months you will see that. Let's take a look over the notification center. This is how the notification center look like. Let me show you the toggles. So we have toggles over here for do not disturb mode, screenshot rotation, vibrate, GPS, and for Wi-Fi as well. We do have support for automatic brightness as well. Let me just go into settings to show you the internal details of this phone as far as software is concerned. And we have Android 4.4.2 KitKat running on this device. We have the MIUI version, which is also mentioned over there. We have 1.6 GHz quad-core processor, which is Snapdragon 400, 2 GB of RAM, and out of 8 GB you will get approximately 4.33 GB available to the user. Here we have the exact storage information. Out of 8 GB you will get 6.10 GB, and out of that 1.42 GB is being taken up by the application which are coming pre-installed, and some media content is also there, and you will get approximately 4.33 GB available to you. You do have support for SD card. Again, you cannot install applications on the SD card, but you can store picture, videos and other data. You also have support for tethering and creating a portable Wi-Fi hotspot from the 4G SIM card, which you can insert into this device. And again, you can create a portable Wi-Fi hotspot. You can also share internet through USB, and Bluetooth tethering is also supported. Now here we have the camera UI, and the camera UI is kind of simple to use. The autofocus on the device is also working pretty well. It is doing the autofocus pretty quickly. Let me just take this photo again without the artificial light. Let me just turn off these light over there, and we will take this photo again. We have also taken some other camera samples in low light to show you the clarity of this device as far as camera is concerned, both in low light and daylight, what kind of performance you can get. So this is the photo which has been taken without light. As you can see, this photo has came out to be pretty good in terms of clarity as well as in terms of details. Color production is also done very nicely. And when it comes to the other one which has been taken with light, this one has also came out to be pretty good in terms of clarity as well as in terms of details, and the color production on this one is also good, although this photo is good enough in terms of colors, whereas this one is very good in terms of brightness. Details are not that good, but details are pretty good over here on this one which has been taken with light. We have also taken some other samples with low light. As you can see, photos come out to be pretty good in terms of clarity and details in low light on this device when we take a photo, and they have good amount of details, and the color production is also done very nicely. These are some of the samples which we have taken before doing this quick review, and again, camera is performing pretty good on this device when it comes to taking photos in low light or in artificial light. Let's take a look over the camera options. We have the option to toggle to the front camera, but we will do that later. Let's take a look over the video mode, and in the video mode the complete display of the device becomes the viewfinder, which is a very good thing. Let's take a look over the settings for this. And once we go into settings, we have the option to use the camera in simple mode, or you can actually use it in the advanced mode, in which you will have option to do manual focus, which is a very good thing. Let me just show you the resolution. So the resolution at which you can record videos from the rear camera is going to be 720p, and you can also record video at 1080p full high definition, which is good. And you do have the option to record a slow motion video or a fast motion video as well, which is some other camera options on this device indicate that we do have support for HDR mode, and panorama mode is also supported from the rear camera. When it comes to the front camera, let me just take a photo from the front 5 megapixel camera on this device and show you the performance of the same. So I've just taken the photo and let me just show you the same. So in terms of clarity and details, this photo has came out to be pretty good. And again, I can take pretty good photos from this device from the front camera, and the front camera is doing a pretty good job both in terms of clarity as well as in terms of details. Let's take a look over the hardware configuration of this phone. We have the system information, which tells us the model number, which is HM Note 1 LTEW, which is the 4G thing, and we have ARM-E7 processor on this device, clocked at 1.6 GHz. It is a quad-core CPU, Snapdragon 400, which is 8226. We have the display resolution information over there, which is 720x1280. This device has 5.5 inch of IPS LCD display like this, and again you have 720x1280 resolution on this device. And again, this makes sure that things does not look pixelated on this device, although they're kind of not very sharp but pretty good to look at it. You will not notice any pixelation with naked eyes. We have Adreno 305 GPU on this device, which is not that powerful as you have seen on the Redmi Note 3G, and we will compare these devices later. We have accelerometer sensor on this device, magnetic field sensor as well, gyroscope, proximity, linear acceleration, rotation, step detector, step counter, significant motion detector sensor, game rotation sensor, and then we have a lot of other sensors which are used on a smartphone in day-to-day usage, and it does have all of them. And we do have pedometer sensor as well on this device, which is a very good thing. On benchmark on Antutu, we have got a score of 20941 on the latest version of Antutu benchmark utility, and this device is below Asus Zenfone 5 in terms of benchmark score. But in terms of day-to-day usage and performance, this device should be good. We will test this device with extensive gaming, and in day-to-day usage we will tell you what kind of performance you can get on this phone, so we will confirm that. But as of now, it looks like a very fluid phone. There is no lag which I can notice on this device after using it for approximately 3 to 4 hours. On Nina Mark 2, we have got a score of 56.7 FPS, which is again one of the best score as far as graphic benchmark scores are concerned, and this indicates that you can play high definition games on this device. We are going to play one high definition game on this phone to show you the performance, and in the rest of the videos we will play some heavy games and we will do a gaming and benchmark review later on. Here we have the messaging application. It is a custom messaging application in terms of the overall design and interface. We have a Shift key keyboard on this device, which you can enable by default once you set up this device, and you do have another keyboard which is flex key keyboard. So you have two keyboards which are coming pre-installed. You can do swipe to type on this device without any issues. You do get these suggestions as well, and the keyboard keys are pretty big on this device. You can easily type on this device in the portrait mode because the keys are pretty big in size and they give you a pop-up as well, and typing is a pretty good experience on this device. You can do pretty fast typing on this device with the help of Shift key keyboard and the flex key keyboard, which are coming pre-installed. So as you can see, we are playing this game called Blood and Glory, which is a pretty graphic intensive game, and I can play this game pretty nicely without any issues on this device. There is no touchscreen problem, there is no problem with the graphics as well, and I can play this game on this device without any kind of problem. Graphics are very clear and there is no problem with the game playback. So you can play this heavy graphic intensive game pretty smoothly on this device without any issues. As we already told you, we have 2 GB of RAM on this phone, and out of 2 GB you will get approximately 1084 MB, or to be approximate 1 GB of RAM free on this phone, which is pretty good to do almost anything on this device, either it is high definition gaming or in day-to-day usage, you will not notice any kind of problem with this much amount of RAM. To show you the display clarity and the loudness of the sound which you can get from the loudspeaker on this phone, we are playing a high definition video from our channel, and this is getting played at 720p, which is high definition resolution, which is good. In terms of viewing angles are pretty good on this device. You can see the display from almost any angle without any issues, and there is no problem with the extreme viewing angles on this device. When it comes to the loudness of sound, let me just increase the volume to full. So loudspeaker is fairly loud on this device, not too loud, not too less as well in terms of the sound. And again, it is at the back side, so it can get blocked when you place it on a table like this, but it will not get blocked completely. It will be a partial blockage which will happen. The sound from the loudspeaker will get muffled to a bit because of the loudspeaker which is actually at the back side. That's all from us as far as the quick unboxing and quick review of the Xiaomi Redmi Note 4G. We will also test the 4G functionality of this device. As of now, I can give a pretty good thumbs up to this device. In day-to-day usage and performance, it should perform pretty well, and we will confirm that once we do the full review. We will be posting the full review very soon. We are going to test this device in all the scenarios in terms of gaming, in terms of day-to-day usage. So do let us know if you have any specific question for this device. We would love to help you. You can like this video if this video helped you by clicking the like button below. You can subscribe to our YouTube video channel for more videos like this by clicking the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching this video. This is Abhishek signing off. Thank you.